If you're an INFJ, you've probably had this thought at least once. This doesn't feel like a personality type. It feels like I'm wired differently. Not quirky, not introverted, different. And the uncomfortable question beneath that thought is this. What if you've been trying to self-improve something that was never meant to operate like everyone else? You can read a room in seconds. You feel tension before anyone speaks. You can hyper-focus for 10 hours on something meaningful, but making a simple phone call feels impossible. After social events, you don't just feel tired, you feel neurologically drained. You've been told that's just being an INFJ, but deep down, it's always felt more structural than that, like your brain runs on a different operating system. Here's what's actually happening. Many INFJs don't simply prefer introversion. They show consistent cognitive patterns associated with neurodivergent processing, intense pattern recognition, environmental sensitivity, associative nonlinear thinking, interest-based motivation, and emotional hyper-attunement. That doesn't automatically equal a clinical diagnosis, but it does suggest something important. You're not just choosing depth. Your brain prioritizes depth. It filters for patterns over facts, meaning over detail, atmosphere over surface. And when a brain built for high-resolution processing lives in a low-resolution world, overwhelm is inevitable. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. The personality label may have protected you and limited you at the same time. When you frame everything as personality, the responsibility lands on you. Too sensitive? Work on resilience. Too drained? Recharge better. Struggling with routine tasks? Be more disciplined. But what if the problem wasn't discipline? What if it was architecture? INFJs often operate on what neuroscientists call interest-based activation. When something is meaningful, your executive function lights up. When it's arbitrary or socially imposed, your brain resists. That's not laziness, that's a different motivational system. Your pattern recognition engine also doesn't shut off easily. While others filter background noise, your brain tracks tone shifts, micro-expressions, emotional inconsistencies, constantly. That level of processing burns cognitive fuel, so the crash after masking all day, it's not introvert recharge, it's system recovery. And this is where most INFJs make the biggest mistake. They try to optimize the mask. From early childhood, you likely learned to study people, not out of manipulation, out of survival. You noticed quickly that your reactions were stronger, your observations were deeper, your questions were more intense. So you adjusted. You modulated your tone, matched energy, filtered your insights. You became socially fluent. But here's the existential cost. After years of adapting to everyone else's nervous system, you lose calibration with your own. You start asking, who am I when I'm not adjusting? That's why many INFJs feel both highly self-aware and strangely undefined, because you've mastered mirroring. But mirroring isn't identity, and the more you treat your wiring as a personality quirk, the more you try to fix traits that are actually structural strengths. Here's the shift. Stop asking, how do I function like everyone else? Start asking, what conditions allow my system to regulate and thrive? Design for sensory regulation, light, noise, environment, schedule decompression, deep work blocks aligned with interest, and emotional boundaries, not just empathy. And most importantly, audit where you are masking, not to eliminate it entirely, but to reduce unnecessary performance. Because chronic masking isn't personality adaptation, it's cognitive overextension. You are not broken, you are not dramatic, and you are not imagining the difference. But here's the grounded truth. Being wired differently doesn't automatically make you disordered, and it doesn't automatically make you superior either. It makes you specific. Specific systems need specific environments. The relief you felt when you discovered INFJ wasn't about being rare, it was about being recognized. Now the deeper work begins, not optimizing your personality, but understanding your operating system. And once you do that, Everything you thought was a flaw starts looking a lot more like untapped design.